Do you realize that if you waste 6 seconds each minute, that in 1 hour you have wasted 6 minutes? And if you add it up for one full day, you've wasted 2.5 hours in a full day. 2.5 hours of your life. Welcome to tonight's Facebook Live, which we are dealing with Master Your Time to Master Your Day. Because it's your time, it's your day, it's your life. And that's our topic tonight in a new episode on Let's Talk NLP tonight. And I promise you, of course, I have to promise you, your time won't be wasted. And I give you valuable insights tonight on how you too can manage your life better by taking charge of your day, taking charge of your time, each single moment of your life to create the best life ever. But who am I actually to talk to you about this one? Well, my name is Andreas Dorn. I'm running a company in Malaysia called Asia Mind Dynamics. I'm a certified trainer and master trainer of NLP and hypnosis. And since NLP and hypnosis deals with the mind and time is also something we perceive through our minds, I believe that I'm having some experience to talk to you about how do you code time in your mind and what can you do to take charge of your life again. All right, let's get started with our beautiful, lovely introductory music. Welcome. My darling wife was just telling me that there might be some challenges online with regard to this Facebook Live. So let me just go online by myself. Yeah, actually, on my Facebook Live, it works. I think it works. It works. Yes, it still works. Okay, it works. I hope it works. Live. Yes, I am live. Okay, yeah, we just wasted some time. It works, yay! Alright, so tonight is a great show tonight about how do you manage your time in your life to gain more out of your life. And you know the rhythm, of course, don't you, of what you need to do. So if you drive your car right now, if you have dinner with your friends or family, if you are still at work, well, just play the video in the background because we don't want to distract anybody around you or invite other people around you to watch this video. Maybe they can learn something as well. Along that line, of course, ask questions, comment, participate, click like, so I do know that you are here. And if you are coming online, it would also be wonderful to let me know who you are, where you are coming from, what you are doing, so I do know and I can give you a shout out to you personally, all right? And sharing is caring, of course, so welcome to this great, wonderful show. Shall we get started? I think the audience is ready. Let's get... Well, the audience was there. And the topic today is really about mastering your time, master your day. So how is that going? Well, let me tell you that NLP, we are training NLP in Asia Mind Dynamics, but to us NLP is not just a training. NLP to us is about mastering your mind, mastering your language, mastering your behaviors to take charge of your life, to create your life the way you want to have it. And that, of course, is a crucial point when you want to take charge of your life, that you are also taking charge of your day, and every single moment of your life overall is important, that you are not wasting time in your life, so you can live the best life ever, all right? Because as Charles Darwin was saying, a man who dares to waste 1 hour of time has not discovered The value of life. Well, that's a cool quote, isn't it? Because it's so true, you know. If you're not considering time in your life, you are simply wasting your life overall. You haven't discovered the value of life overall. And overall, what do we actually have in our life? We have 24 hours in a day, which many people share this on video always or on YouTube overall. This whole day we've got 86,400 seconds in a day. It's 24 hours. So what do we do with this one? If you are thinking about the average lifespan of 71 years, that means, basically speaking, we've got 25,915 days in a life expectancy of 71 years. And if you are breaking it down some more into wonderful wonderful experiences, break it down, chunk it down some more into smaller activities. It's a 71 years life experience. What we have somehow is shocking and wonderful. Because hey, out of those 71 years life expectancy, 0.7% we are spending only exercising. My goodness, 0.7% exercising. Woo! Let's forget the second number right now. Or we can mention immediately already. 41% of your life people are spending on looking at a screen. We are living in the screen age. Screen age. Smartphones, tablets, laptops, or TV. 41% of the time. 30% of the time we are just sitting down. We don't know, of course, if this 30% sitting down we are interacting with people. I don't know, because 7% of your life or 6.8% of your life you're socializing with families and friends. And hey, what is hidden there below? Okay, 0.5% of your life you are doing something. You're having sex, yay! Which is about 117 days in your lifetime. Hey, Sue! High five! There's a number of inches to you right now that out of 25,915 days of a life, we're only spending about 0.7% exercising. Imagine that, how little that is. No wonder your job, no wonder people become obese, and we are sitting too much in our life, as you can see as well. 30% of our life we are sitting around only. We don't know, of course, if in the 30% of our life we are socializing with other people or what else we are doing, but these numbers are pretty heavy overall, okay? And we can actually break it down some more. I mentioned it in the beginning of this video already, that if you are wasting just 6 seconds each minute, every hour you would have wasted 6 minutes. That means every single day you would waste 2.5 hours. In a week, that would mean 17.5 hours. And in 1 month, you would waste about 73.5 hours. How many days would that be? Isn't this terrible overall? What do we do with our life? And hey, if you're looking at KL, Kuala Lumpur, and when I talk to people, how many hours do we actually spend in a traffic jam? What do we do? Sometimes in a traffic jam, just staring outside. We could do much better things aside of course, just staring at the screen overall. But it's a huge amount of time wasted overall, because in 1 year, that would be the equivalent of 882 hours, which is more than 1 month of your life gone wasting. And that would mean if your life expectancy, and I've got a number, of course, a different number. Earlier I was saying life expectancy is 71 years. Now let me put it out because I saw the calculation. If you are saying you have 77 years and you are wasting just 6 seconds each minute. And I'm not saying you should be busy all day long or every single minute, of course. We are getting there. But if you are just wasting 6 seconds each minute in a life expectancy of 77 years, you would waste 7.5 years of your life. Wasted, not doing anything valuable or nice or whatever it is. Just wasting time of your life. And that's really, really frightening as well, isn't it? Because when we are thinking about it, what do? We are oftentimes doing social media watching, okay? Social media. Americans, I found the number here as well, American adults spend 11 hours a day watching, reading, listening, or simply interacting with media. And that is up from about 9.5 hours 4 years ago. In Malaysia, internet penetration is about 80% right now. And how many hours do we spend, or Malaysians spend online? And I'm a victim of this as well, of course. We are spending about 2 hours and 58 minutes, but basically 3 hours on social media consumption. We are just consuming social media. And 8 hours and 5 minutes are spent online. And of those 8 hours and 5 minutes, about 3 hours are spent on social media. We have to admit something. We are addicted to the wastage of time in our life. And life is just floating by. We are wasting it. We are telling ourselves we are living consciously. We are telling ourselves we are living healthily. We are telling ourselves we are living happily. But in fact, we are just wasting a time where we could create something beautiful as a legacy, or to become more fulfilled or more happy. I'm not saying that if you are just sitting around, you're not happy. But you could create something which would bring your life actually to the next level. You could live your life to the fullest. It's my personal opinion. And it's sad news that we are really wasting our life away. Because you got to think about that. What is really, really happening? What is really, really happening is that we have small minds. Sorry to say that. Because we are fighting about all the companies that try to prey into your life, capturing the already shortened attention span in our life to get lesser and to get more and more of their advertisements, of their commercials in front of you, that you ultimately waste more time looking at their ads. You see, it was been said that by the end of that the companies are going to spend, the average company are spending about 50% of the average company is investing at least $500,000 in digital marketing every single year. And this number is growing by the day. These might be big companies, of course, not small companies like me or you or whoever. It is big companies, but the number is growing. They are spending money. Why do they spend money? They're spending money, not why they're spending money, but they're spending money on social media to get you into their mainstream. So we are trying to get out of it maybe, but they are praying into their life. They are researching how can they capture that short attention span of 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds that you do have. And then you are getting distracted and wasting your time by watching their videos, and they succeed in this sense very much. And let me tell you how it happens, because it happens to me as well. It happens to me as well. It happens to everybody. So here I am. I'm oftentimes on Facebook. I like Facebook. Facebook is kind of my second home. I love it. So I check out Facebook and I'm researching something, I'm reading something, I want to learn something, I want to act with some people. And what happened is suddenly I'm scrolling, and hey, there's this beautiful ad coming up to me, in front of me, and I like it, and it looks interesting, and it looked attractive, and I click on that link, and I watch a video, and I watch a promotion maybe from a company about something. And then I browse some more after watching that video, which might have been 2 minutes or 20 seconds or whatever it is, and I keep browsing, and suddenly I realize half an hour of my life is gone. Can you relate to it? Do you waste time like this? Instagram, even worse. What do you do with Instagram? You're opening your smartphone, you're starting to browse, watching pictures. watching pictures, images, commenting something maybe. And there's so many advertisements currently on Instagram because more and more companies are looking at Instagram right now because they're saying, hey, Facebook is for the older people, the younger people, where the income is on Instagram. So let's blast it in. The ads, the commercials into Instagram so that you as a user start clicking and watching and watching and clicking and maybe buying something, another shiny object, more money lost, more time lost. We get distracted over and over and over again, and because that's how our life is right now. And we are wasting our time, we are wasting it minute by minute, hour by hour, and it's time to take your life back. So what do we do in order to take our life back? First of all, it's just a couple of tips that I would like to spend with you guys here. Spend, yes. Freudian slip here. A couple of tips on how you can take back time in your life to live your life better. But hey, there's so little comments here right now. If you have a comment, if you want to share something, if you have an idea of something, please feel free to comment something, because I would love to interact, because it's a hot topic. It's an important topic. It's about wasting our time, not only on social media or overall, not living consciously. So the first time is you need to become aware, conscious about the time you spent on the screen. It's a screen age. We had Ice Age, we had the Industrial Age, we have the Middle Ages. I don't know what other ages we have. My apologies for that. Now we are living in the screen age. Apple has got this beautiful feature which is called screen time. Watch it, and watch it carefully, because that's where your time goes. Awareness creates joys. You become aware of how many hours, how many minutes you're spending on WhatsApp or on Instagram or on Facebook. And that's how life goes. We are wasting our time in there. Watch your screen time. Because hey, it is also, I talked about Instagram earlier, it's also WhatsApp. I haven't even mentioned WhatsApp yet. Did it ever happen to you? You're doing your work, maybe on your laptop, and suddenly your phone is beep, 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 giving you a signal as a new WhatsApp message, or I have it here also on the laptop. A little button lights up. Hey, one message came in. Hooray, we are so happy. And we are getting, wow, we are seeing WhatsApp sends us a message. Somebody posted something. Maybe it's a personal message. Hooray, I'm getting recognized. So we go to WhatsApp, we are scrolling where the message is. What do we find out? It's just somebody in one of those many groups we are in, which typed, hello, good morning. And we are typing back, hello, good morning to you as well. And another 2 minutes of your life are gone. That's how we get sucked into that game of social media. Become conscious about the time you spent on your screen. Secondly, what you need to do always, it's so nice to go home, and I'm not saying anything against it. I watch Netflix, I watch YouTube videos, I watch movies on YouTube overall. But you always have to watch out. Hey Sean, good to see you as well. Thanks for joining. Okay? It's always easy, you know, to just go home and get sucked into that Netflix dramas, and you watch one episode after the next, after the next, after the next, and the hours just pass by. And then you come to me, somebody comes to me, you know, I don't have time to do that. I don't have time, I'm busy already anyway. I got so many projects to work on. But then, hey, we are spending the time on Netflix 2.5 hours. Hey, Sheila, also there, good to see you. We are spending the 2.5 hours just watching really plain nonsense sometimes on Netflix, and then we are complaining we don't have the time for anything else. It's 2 hours spent, 2 hours gone. In a week, 7 hours, 7 days in a week, 2 hours Netflix per day would be 14 hours, would be basically spending a whole day just watching stupid Netflix videos. Watch that. I'm not saying anything against Netflix. I'm not saying anything on this one, but because sometimes I do that as well. I go back and I'm laying down, I'm relaxing, and I watch a show, and that's okay. But again, be conscious about how many hours do you spend on those consumption items, which you could spend on personal development. There are great videos on YouTube you could watch on NLP or on, yes, I know you love your time on Netflix. And it's okay. It's about the intention you have about this, Alex. It's about the intention you have behind, you know. If you're just spending it hour after hour after hour, but then you can't complain that you have no time for anything else. Because that's the time you could reduce somewhere on Netflix. Hey, Chris, also good to see you. Or personal development. I watch tons of YouTube right now, and it's really about personal development. And I'm ironing my shirt in the morning time. I'm watching my favorite motivational channels in the morning time to get myself pumped up for a great day. It's about the intention you have when you are doing certain stuff. Netflix versus personal development. And personal development could be meditation, could be yoga, could be watching a motivational video, could be Netflix, something, a documentary that brings you a bit further in life. It could also be watching a great Facebook Live like this one here right now. Because you're also watching it, and I hope you enjoy it overall, okay? Give me a like if you enjoy the video here right now, the Facebook Live, or say, yes, it's great if you like it, okay? It would be lovely, lovely, lovely. Thanks, Chris. So, seafood rocks, yellow. So I hope you get that point, that you need to decide Netflix versus personal development. What's your intention behind? If you just want to, what I do sometimes, come home totally tired out and exhausted, and I lay myself in front of my laptop and just watch some video, that's also okay, you know, because it's more purposely in doing it, okay? Remember, you're a system. I have to, what I mean by this, you know, your system means we are body, mind, and soul. So you can't just waste your life, because once you start wasting your life, you're procrastinating or you're not doing anything. Yes, Sue, you came there, yeah? It's really a tough part, isn't it? Yeah, you should share some of those videos. Okay, I can do that, okay, next time around, all right? We are a system. That means when we are procrastinating in our mind, we are just wasting our life, wasting the hours away. It influences our soul, it influences our body, it influences our health overall. We are a system, that really means we are impacting our life. If we are wasting something here, or we are starting to, it infringes other parts of our life as well. That other parts of our life won't work that beautiful anymore as it should. Our health reduces when we are wasting our life. Our mental capacity slows down if we are wasting time, because we get used to it. We're gonna get used to it. Yes, me too, lately spent 60 minutes on Netflix. Again, so it's really entirely up to you. It is the intention behind. Right now I'm watching a German crime series every evening nearly on YouTube. And they are playing this German crime scenes. It was already happening when I was in Germany. There are about 800 different episodes. It plays for over 40 or so years. I watched it already in the 1970s. Last time I started to watch one of the episodes, which was screened way back in 1974. Imagine that. So I have a long time watching that, okay? I can catch up with the last 25 years since I'm in Malaysia on watching all those episodes. How much time would I waste? Because, hey, each of those episodes is about 1 hour and 20 minutes, 80 minutes overall. But hey, it's about relaxing, having fun, having time. I'm not saying anything against that. It's important as well. Again, it's about your intention, being aware, living consciously. So you like that. Exercise regularly and eat better food. Again, it really is about, that, you know. It's about you. And I found a study here which actually said, you know, so you're gonna like that very much right now, that regular exercise can slow brain aging by as much as 10 years. Regular exercise can slow down brain aging by at least 10 years sometimes. And that's really, really, really wow. Yeah, me time is okay. Alex, every day 4 hours? You could do better things with your 4 hours, I think. You could meditate, you could do yoga, you could walk a little bit. It would be wonderful if you could do this, you know. Hey, I talked about eating better food as well, because your nutrition, of course, goes as well into your body. And you know that, of course. What does that mean? It means you should you should eat good food. And even if you eat rubbish food, enjoy it. Alex will remain young forever since she exercises every day 4 hours. Or is she watching Netflix 4 hours, not sure. I don't know which one it is. Alex, over to you. You're watching 4 hours Netflix every day, or you're exercising 4 hours every single day? Which one is it? Let us know. It would be really, really cool. Eat better food. And eat better food is good for your health. But if you are eating good food, don't just watch, eat without thinking, and eating and eating and eating while you're still consuming stuff on your mobile phone, because then you are not enjoying your food. Then you're not getting it into your system to the fullest way possible. So Alex, you're saying you love your me time, which is fine. It's 4 hours a day. It is on YouTube, on watching self-development videos, or is it just watching hot soap videos? What are you watching on YouTube? Let us know. It would be cool. Share, share, share. James is also here. Hi James. Statistic-wise, I spent more than 8 hours in front of the screen. Sometimes me too, of course, you know, because hey, we are working every single day. I'm in front of my computer every single day as well. Good, Alex. You got it here right now, okay? You watch and read random articles for about 4 hours a day. Good. Random articles, I assume it's nice articles, good articles that brings you forward in your life, that enhances your knowledge. I just want to give you a positive spin around that one, okay? So you're well off here right now. You're not getting banged on it, okay? James is saying 5 hours for work, 2 hours for self-learning, 1 hour for me time. Now that is pretty cool. And James, I believe you got the overall everything really planned out. You have the to-do list. I'm not talking about to-do list today as well, because I suck at it. I gotta talk about it next week more or less. Alex is saying she reads everything from news, reviews, how to sew, cook, fix cars, clean, etc. My learning curve is mixed. Okay, you're repairing a car. Good, next time I call you. And my car breaks down, I hope not. I call you. Thank you very much. All right. What I think is important to me very much, you anchor your spaces. What do I mean by that? As I like to say in my NLP training, of course, it is many times the case that I have my desk in the office is anchored, that when I want to go there, I'm putting myself into uptime. I can sit at my laptop and really be not distracted most of the time. Not distracted, but in a perfect productivity, uptime space. I can focus on what I want, deep working, so to speak. I've got different spaces where I go to if I'm not working. I'm mixing it up a little bit. Sadly enough, a little bit. I gotta re-anchor my space a little bit, but also my desk is clean in front of me, not behind. Behind is a mess, but in front, or at the side is a mess. In front of me is clean, so I'm not getting distracted too much. And if I need special time for me, I go over into my training room. Some of you know my training room. Then you do know there is my energy space where I collect good energy to get done certain things as well. So anchor your spaces. Really decide where do you want to do what in your life. Read books. That is also really important. Reading books is important because when you read books, you're focusing on something and your mind can't get distracted. I talked earlier in one of the other videos about easy distractions nowadays. If you're reading books, there is no commercial upcoming. There's no Instagram in your books, only if you read Kindle maybe, or if you're, but I really mean the hardcover books. Recently I finally bought a hardcover book again, 2. And I read it and I enjoyed it totally. It was been really a long time that I really studied a book again. And it was so much fun to entrench myself again, have my pen and mark the pages and reread it again because I could learn so many new things. I totally enjoyed it. I ordered another book and getting it soon, hopefully, that I can read again to study and learn something new. What is James saying here? My workspace setup in the office and home is about the same. It helps me my focus, exactly, because you are kind of cheating your mind, that your mind believes work and home is pretty much the same. Don't get interluded in there that you are bringing personal stuff, even personal conversations, into that space. Don't dilute it if you can avoid it. It's always good. Have a goal and work at it. At least once an hour per day. Once an hour. At least once a day. You need to be really focused. You need to know where you want to go. It's much easier to get distracted from many, many things around us if we don't have a goal. If we don't know where we want to go. That is really important, that we do know where we want to go. And that means at least once an hour per day, you need to take the deep learning style. Intensively switch off everything and just do what you need to do to get to your goal. Because 1 hour a day, totally focused, means 7 hours a week. I'm including weekends. And it means 28 hours a month already, if the month has 4 weeks and you calculate the rest of the year. And how many hours in a year you're spending on it, let's say 10 months, you're spending on it 20 hours a week, times a month, 28 hours a month, times 10 months is 280 hours a year. You are working on your goals. You will see where it brings you. In just a quick time, you are far ahead of your peers, competitors. Even if you don't want to compete against anybody, you compete against yourself. You will become a better you if you start if you have a goal and you work on yourself. Be present at work. Be present when relaxing. That means, I indicated already as well earlier, have a goal and work at it. That means really, if you are working, you are working, and nothing else matters at that point of time. I found research which says the first 3 hours after waking up in the morning time, we are at our best. You should take the time, 3 hours in the morning time. Actually, before you go even on your mobile phone, which is a problem because I got a Fitbit, and that means I got to switch off my sleep tracker in the morning time. But before you get anything on social media or even emails, you should intensively work on what you need to do. That might relate to your goal. That might relate to a project. You need to focus. The first 3 hours of a day is yours, 100%. But then you also need to be present when you're relaxing, 100%, being exactly the power of now, being relaxing. And I want to share something with you, because they were saying that 16%, in a study, 16% of respondents were saying they get creative insights while they are at work. Ideas, now you know that when you know the unconscious mind, ideas generally came up while the person was at home, in transportation, or during recreational activities. The most creative ideas aren't going to come while you are sitting in front of your monitor. One psychologist was saying that. This psychologist, I forgot to put his picture in here, his name is Ron Friedman, or Ron, not our Ron, but Ron Friedman. He said the first 3 hours of your day are the most precious for maximized productivity. He says typically we have a window of about 3 hours when we are really, really focused. We are able to have some strong contributions in terms of planning, in terms of thinking, in terms of speaking well. The first 3 hours, hey, the power of 3 once again really comes up. And again, the best ideas come when you're away from the stress at work, because that's when you allow your unconscious mind to come to the forefront in a more relaxed state. Your unconscious mind is contributing to you all those great ideas that you need to have. Next, be conscious about your time at work, which means the best work happens in short, intensive spurts, it's been said. And that might mean 1 to 3 hours, but even that is a lot, of course, I'm saying that, you know. Sometimes I'm saying, and I think a long time back was mentioning before, it is really that you are spending 20 to 25 minutes highly focused on one task. And then you're deciding after that 25 minutes, you decide by yourself, do you want to continue at that task or you want to move somewhere else? If you want to continue at that task you're on right now, you're spending another 20 to 25 minutes intensively on this task, no distraction. And then you're deciding again, do you want to continue at that task or you want to take that break or you want to go on to something else? So this is really important. Be conscious about your time at work. If you work in these short spurts of time, while you are doing your work, you become highly productive and get more things done. Hey, Willie, all good to see you. How come, Willie, you're always a little bit late to that session here? Are you just coming home? You're coming back from Japan? Great to see you here. Nevertheless, I really appreciate it, okay? Be watchful about your parties. That's something else, which is really. Why do my ideas come when I go to sleep? Because, hey, Chris, let me say something that relates to this point I've mentioned earlier. When I said, I just mentioned, okay, be really relaxed about something. When your ideas come and you go to sleep, it's because your conscious mind goes away. Your unconscious mind comes to the forefront, gives you all the ideas. You're starting to relax. All that you need to have, all that you need to know is stored in your unconscious mind. But because we consciously try to really be so intensively focused on something, we sometimes don't allow the unconscious mind to give us better inputs. The best ideas really come most of the time when we are relaxed. And that is really important. The geniuses in the world, Einstein, Disney, Mozart, maybe others, geniuses alive here right now, they have the best ideas when they go on a walk away from their work and just allow the unconscious mind to deliver the most creative ideas. That's really true. Pomodoro technique, James, I've heard about this and I read about something about this one. I got to research on this one. I have no idea what it is. Maybe you contribute a little bit or then put a link of it into the comment section so we all can learn something from this one as well. It would be lovely if you share this knowledge. Be watchful about your parties. What do I say by that one? It's more for the younger ones here. And maybe also for the older ones. I don't know, of course. But hey, it is really about that one, okay? See, when watch your parties. Watch the time you're spending, wasting time with not doing anything. When you're wasting time instead of enjoying your activities. That means when I was younger, I spent hours and hours, days and days in discos and clubs and pubs and just wasting time away. And don't we all sometimes wonder and wish we would have this time back? These years we spent there. Now I know these were good times. Now I know these were the times that made me who I am today, and I'm proud of who I have become overall. But sometimes, every now and then I think about, there were these 1 or 2 years in my life, I wish I would have focused more on something else. Maybe my studies, maybe on earning money earlier, maybe on investing more productively, maybe on traveling more intensively, where I wasted time doing stuff that I did not need to do overall. I partied too hard. I didn't prepare for the future enough. And these are the hours we can't get back from our life. So really it relates to the first point. Be conscious about the time you're spending. If you realize in any interaction where you are, if you realize you're wasting your time somewhere, get away from that activity, get away from that crowd, because we don't know how many times we can live. If there's only one lifetime, or if we have many rebirths and karma brings us back in our life and past life exists, we don't know actually, you know. So you want to make the best out of this life here right now. You want to create your life the way it is. You want to take charge of your life, of your time. Because if you allow other people, situations, events to take charge of your mind, You are at a victim space. You are at an excuse space. You are not at cause. You are not creating the results you deserve, you want to have. So when you manage your time, really, when you manage your time, you are taking charge of your life. When you are doing something productively, whatever you define as productively. Productively can also be productively relaxing sometimes. Maybe you like that, Alex, maybe, okay? Productively relaxing. It's a cool word, productively relaxing. Do you like that? Productively relaxing or relaxing productively? I like that thing, okay? But hey, if you know how you live your life consciously, your life fulfillment, your life's happiness, your life's fulfillment, I mentioned already, gets 10 times higher. And if you have a goal to work for, I can promise you, you will live the life of your life. So allow me to a little bit, because hey, I'm not talking right now about to-do lists. I'm not talking about how we are managing our time through to-do lists. I'm not talking about how we do coach time in our life and why we are so unfocused sometimes. I think I want to talk about this next week. What I want to share with you, and hey, some of you will say, okay, why do I say that right now? It would be lovely, of course, if all of you would be able to come to our online course. Your online course still exists, of course. Join there. Come to the bit.ly create_success now. Really access this course. It's free. For the time being, it's free. Maybe I'm doing some charges on this one sooner or later. It's about attracting success into your life. We have one person today. He's not online here right now, who finally manages to get that free ebook, which is about creating positive habits in your life, getting powerful, mindful success. 44 pages, powerful instructions on how do you manage your mind for greater success. You are getting this book for free. It's valued about, I would say, it's about $33. It's free if you complete the course. Access it for free, work it through, get your points, get your badges, get your affirmation posters to be able to attract success into your life. Have fun doing it, making it happen. And if you, of course, along that line, if you know people who would need to do this one here, access or learn NLP, I promise you it will be the most transformative learning that you can have in your life. Learn NLP with Asia Mind Dynamics, with us, to have that life that you desire, that life that you want to have and deserve to have. With our NLP coming up in July, it would be lovely if some of you who watch this video can join. Some of you were in our training, reset, join it again, have fun doing it. I always love to listen to your stories. So next week, I'm doing another Facebook Live on time management, to-do lists. How do we coach time in our life? And until then, I wish you all the best. Have fun, like and share this video on your timeline. And you know you can create your life. This is Andreas signing off. Have a good evening. Bye-bye. Or create a good evening. Bye-bye.